כדי שהתורה מכל סוף וכל דבר שאתם ממנו של אדוני ויאמר עליהם ישראל אביהם כן איפה זאת תעשו תלכו מזימת הארץ וכן מרוד ולא ישו מנחה מעצורים ענת דבש נכות ועלות בודנים ושקדים אדוני צמאתם לנו מזרע לזל אדוני צמאתם שלנו ודבח אדוני יושב לחיינים קוראנו והרבה לנו ממחת יהודה וירושלים כמאונה מושענים קדמוני יותן הדבי ליום כל השנה הלכות בכל יום מובטח לו שהוא בין העולם הבא שנאמר הליכות עולם לא אל תקרא הליכות אלא הלכות.
חזק וברוך. Welcome to the next minyan. Boker Tov Rabotai. Chag Sameach. It's still Chag Chanukah until the evening, until the sun goes down and we have Tzedek Kochavim, so we can celebrate until then. More sufganiot if you want to have, no problem. It's not asur. So anyway, I want to tell you, first of all, I want to thank the organizers last night for the dinner that we had here. It was very beautiful and it was a nice way to commemorate the holiday and also to strengthen the Netz Minyan. B'ezrat Hashem, very nice. Everybody was asking, where's Yudah? Where's Yudah? They couldn't find him. You know why? Because he's too busy working. That's why. You can't find him. That's a good sign, you know? When the Gabbai is working, you can't find him. That's a good sign. That means he's doing his job. That's the way it should be. Okay, Baruch Hashem, Yishtabach Shema. So, like they said about Sarah Imenu, Hina the Ohel, right? She's in the Ohel. She's working. Too busy to come out. Okay, so anyway, I want to tell you one halakha, interesting. Yesterday, we had a situation upstairs. When we were upstairs reading the Torah, what happened was that there was a mistake in the Kriya, a little bit something there. So, I, being the kanai that I am, a little bit zealous, I'm a little bit of a zilat. That's what they used to call me in Yerushalayim. The Rosh Yeshiva over there, he used to call me a zilat, a kanai, So I guess he was right about that. So I fulfilled his definition of me. Yesterday I told him to go back and to read again. But what happened was that Rabbi Chen, he had a little problem with that. You know why? Because there was a Shem Hashem over there to read. Again. So he told him, don't go back because the Shem Hashem, you have to read it again. But I told him, I said, no, that's not correct. So what I did was I looked up yesterday, read a little bit of research about that to explain why he has to go back. Even if there was a little bit of mistake, you have to go back, even though you have to read Shem Hashem again. And the reason is like this. Number one, first of all, the Rambam says that we have to be medakdek on kol diuk of the otiot. Every letter of the Torah that we read, you have to be medakdek. So if he says Rambam, if he makes a mistake, the Baal Koreh, we have to send him back. Right, what can we do? Right, this is halakha. We don't want to do it. It's not nice. Lo naim. It's not pleasant for us. To give the Baal Koreh a hard time. But it's the halakha. What can we do? It's mina shamayim, whatever. Right. The Rambam says like this. Also, that's how Paskin in the Shulchan Aruch. That even one diktuk of one letter, he makes a mistake there. You have to send him back. What can we do? We don't like it, but we do it with Hashem, right? With simcha, Baruch Hashem. That's the thing. So now, what about the Shem Hashem? So the truth is, that there's a question about this in halakha. When you learn the Torah, right? Let's say Midrash, halakha, you learn Talmud, you learn Zohar, or you learn Chumash. Are you supposed to say Shem Hashem, or just say Hashem or Elokim, or say the real Shem Hashem, Adonai, Elohim? What are you supposed to do? So the truth is that it says the Rabbi Yaakov Emdin, the Yavetz, in the name of his father, Chacham Tzvi, that he used to see people, that they used to learn the Chumash, or they used to learn the Talmud, and say not real the Hashem of Hashem, say Hashem, not Adonai. He would tell them, no good. Go back and read it again. He would tell them to read it again. Why? Because when you learn, the halakha says, we learn this from Masechet Brachot, Daf Chav Bet over there. There's a sugya that we learn this from. That a person is supposed to say the Shem Hashem when he learns the Torah, not Hashem and Elokim like this. For what? Why? It's not levatala. You're doing it for need. You're learning Torah. That's what it's for. So therefore, the proper thing to do is that we do say the Shem Hashem, and that's how it's written in many Achronim, by the way. The Mishnah Berurah, the Magid Abraham, the Chida, Maran Ravadia, he also has a tshuva on this in Yechavedat, Chelek Gimel, Siman Yud Gimel. If you want to look over there and all the sources that he brings over there, and also he brings also another book, Yosef Ometz, which says over there that not only you're allowed to read the Shem Hashem when you're learning Torah, but it's a mitzvah to do it. So what does that mean? It's not kavod. It's not kavod not to read the Shem Hashem. You know why? Because you're calling Hashem by a nickname, let's say, my name is Michael, right? Okay, let's say they come and call me Mikey. How about you, Mikey? Yeah. What Mikey? I'm Michael. What are you talking about, Mikey? What is this? So same thing, you tell Hashem, you're Hashem. He's not Hashem, he's Elohim, he's Adonai. What Elohim? What business is that? It's not kavod. So therefore the proper thing to do is to say the Shem Hashem. And says the Chayei Adam, who was one of the Talmidim of the Gra, the Gaon of Vilna, he says over there that also if a person is reading the Torah, exactly what we said, right? He made a mistake, even though there's a Shem Hashem there, you have to go back and read it again. Even though it's a half a pasuk, chatzi pasuk, not a whole pasuk, you still have to go back and read it. That's what it says. And that's what Maran brings down also in Yichavadat. So therefore the Rabbi says, that's the halakha. There's no problem to read it even 100 times. The same pasuk.
You should go back to the beginning of the pasuk.
Says the Chayei Adam, you don't have to go back to the beginning of the pasuk. You can say even half pasuk. Chayei Adam doesn't pass like that, right? That's the way it is. Maran also passes like this in the Yichavadat. So that's not the halakha, bemet. But anyway, as I said, right, that you don't have to go back. Why? Because even chatzi pasuk, you're allowed to say Shem Hashem. It's not the batala. You're supposed to say the name of Hashem. It's not kabot not to say the Shem of Hashem. And it's not, you could even do 100 times. Because every time you read the pasuk, it's another mitzvah of Talmud Torah. So there's no problem to say it again 100 times even. As long as, you're doing it for Talmud Torah. There's no batala over there. So therefore, Rabbatai, there's no issue regarding this. But there is one time where there is an issue. Which is what? Let's say you're learning a Gemara, right? And it says over there, bracha. Like it tells you. What's the bracha for Hallel? Baruch atah, right? Hashem, Elokeinu melech haolam. So are you supposed to say the Shem Hashem when you say the bracha? Because you're not saying the bracha now for Hallel. You're just learning the bracha. So it says over there, Maran Ovadia, that you shouldn't say the Shem Hashem. Even though there's a machloket about this. According to Yavetz, you're allowed to say even that. But there are also acharim that argue about this, like the Chidah. So therefore, the halacha is that when it comes to a bracha, in the derech limud, when we learn the Torah, we don't say the Shem Hashem over there. But when it comes to just psukim and things like this, we do say the Shem Hashem. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen. Chazak u'baruch.